Hey, what's going on, y'all? My name is Vincella, and welcome back to another Binding of Isaac Repentance Plus beta video. And for today, we're going to be going ahead and doing our normal Eden run for today. Not the normal, but the hard sort of aspect for our normal run. So let's just go ahead and get on in without further ado. And we're going to be starting off with interesting amount of items here. It's going to be JG Easy. G's KZGG. Yeah, this is basically GG's whenever we're looking at our list of items that we got here. We're going to be starting off with Dogtooth, and as well as I believe this is Mysterious Ball? Mystery Ball? I gotta look at it right now. We're also going to be starting off with the Curse of the Darkness. Oh, Crystal Ball, that's what it is. Crystal Ball, we're going to be able to use it upon any time whenever we have it fully charged. It's a 6-room cooldown. It's going to basically drop us any sort of tarot card, soul hearts, maybe even runes. And it's also going to have a good effect of actually giving us the full mapping effect whenever we essentially pop this open. And I don't really like the looks of... We're starting off with 2 soul hearts again. It's kind of weird within itself to kind of be able to start off like that. It's kind of horrible. Like, I'm not gonna lie here. Get the Halo of Flies. Go ahead and grab that. It's gonna contribute into the Beelzebub transformation. And yeah. In terms of our stats, though, our damage is actually pretty good, being at 4.6. Our tears rate could be better. Our movement speed is actually pretty good. You see the effects of Dogtooth here, but it's able to point out the obvious of where the secret room is, which is to the right here. You see the question mark in our year mini map. But yeah, movement speed's pretty good. Our range is pretty decent, and our shot speed could be better. Question mark? It's not so bad, but at least we're kind of backing up the damage a little bit. Especially for early on. I'm going to go ahead and see what's going to be in here. And we get more extra bombs, so that's fine with me. Handy dandy, fine with me. There's going to be a Fool's Gold right there as well. I'm going to get rid of the Angry Flies here. Also not get caught out by the Cloddy here. Curse of the Darkness can really hide the enemies if we get off screened, which is very much of a lovely time. Super Secret Room could be, or it's actually going to be right there. And here in this shop here, we got another Soul Hearts, as well as Deep Pockets. Early Deep Pockets can be interesting. Let's go ahead and pop to the Super Secret Room here. So whenever there's like a howl that you'll hear in some of these rooms that I go in, it's going to be specifically for the Secret Room entrances that is there. And also if it happens for Isaac to actually bark, it actually ends up being a crawl space, which you will probably hear at some point in this run, because there's going to be probably a guaranteed like crawl space that we're going to encounter. We ended Eternal Heart there. I'm going to wait to pick that up actually, just so that way we actually finish the floor here. A good trick here is actually burning out these fires, because normally there's going to be a ton of red fires or orange fires that are going to be shooting at us. And for this kind of room, there's always these 2 chests here, and you want to also just set them up next to the TNT barrel, and then have it be on the ready. And look at that, we're going to be able to actually get quite a lot of money, and also Soul Heart, as well as some pickups, a key, actually 3 keys, which is not entirely too bad. I actually like that. But yeah, Crystal Ball being very much of a good start of a not a starting item, but like a, in terms of actually active item, is actually really nice. Being able to have a chance to getting a Soul Heart, not only that, like a tarot card as well, that have some good good effects, aka the sun. If I wanted to, I could get rid of this Curse of the Darkness. But it'll give me the full mapping effect as well, which is kind of useless at that point since we kind of have a crystal ball here. But the only thing about this is that it's going to be a 6-room cooldown. So in the general senses, we kind of would ideally not willy-nilly like just activate it upon first hand. But since we have the sun here, I'm gonna go ahead and use a crystal ball here. We get another tarot card. That's gonna be the devil. I'm gonna actually use that for the boss here. I'm just gonna go ahead and gather some more charges here if I can. And yeah, just like that. Okay. So with a ton of money that we have right now, we're gonna go ahead and just maybe get. I don't know if I want deep pockets, so I think we ideally would get something better than deep pockets there. Even though it's just generally more money, of course, but I don't know. I feel like we could get like a much better premium item here of the store shop. And here we're gonna face against Baby Plum. The devil. Which Baby Plum is gonna be kind of melted here, almost. Say melted, and she's not even close to being dead right now. She's just actually at a half life HP. And there we go. We get Dad's Lost Coin here. I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up. It's gonna give us a range upgrade and also drop a luck penny. It's gonna give us a luck upgrade. Just more so counting towards the tier effects that we could get. And we're gonna go ahead and pick up this Eternal Heart here. It's gonna give us a free red heart container whenever we go to the next floor. And anything else from the shop here, we could get a sack, but I don't want to miss out on actually seeing an item that's I'm gonna be like, oh, I can't get that now. I'm gonna bomb for the fool's gold, and of course we get 2 cents. Holy wow. I'm sorry about that. That's the Life 360 alert going off. I'm gonna go ahead and see what's gonna be in the all path room, and of course there's nothing. A waste of a key. But let's just go on down. We have Curse of the Unknown here. We started off the floor with, I believe, 4.5 hearts, but now we have a soul heart container in here. I'm gonna be able to use a sun card in here, and our boss is gonna be backtracking the other way. But our item room is also here. Wow, actually, Halo flies just actually annihilating those other flies. Kind of interesting. We get a free key for the room, and we get Sci-Fly. So being 2 of 3 for Beelzebub is very interesting here. Which kind of means that we're going to be able to grant flight, and the majority of the flies that are going to be that we're going to encounter are going to be essentially friendly. And in case if you don't know what Sci-Fly does, it's this little pink fly that's orbiting us, and any time a tier is headed towards us, Sci-Fly is going to do its job to kind of get rid of the tier effect that is coming at us. So it's basically much more of a defensive item. It also kind of works as a orbital as well, that they can also do damage, just like so. But the damage is relatively low, and they're mainly more so of a defensive orbital, which is really fantastic. Sci-Fly just doing its most here most of the time. I'm gonna probably use the tower card in the wow, okay, I actually didn't know that they're that close. In the boss room here. But I want to see what's gonna be. I want to see what's gonna be in our store first. And these guys are kind of tricky. I'm just gonna wait. We have 2 tinted rocks, by the way.
Yeah, that's right. I got one of them right over here. Stud. Big chillin'. Big chillin' and that champion, whatever the hell that is chasing after you. And you look like you survived.
Yeah, I did, Tim. We have 4 keys. Let's go ahead and see what's going to be in there. In our store, we get keepers, box, nightlight as well, and a bunch of other stuff that we don't really need. Now there goes Dogtooth going off, in which is kind of going to be interesting here because I kind of want to figure out if maybe I want to use a tower card. Well, mainly, ideally, right here.
The tower.
And that's if I were to actually have that tower card be used and actually hit the entrance, or not the entrance, actually hit the Tinted Rock. And oh my goodness, another one. How many Tinted Rock are there?
There's more than me, the merrier, you know? I'm not gonna be able to get them bombs, honey, so you gotta make a decision now on which one you wanna get. Cause one or the other, ooh, it's a sweet payout.
I mean, you're kind of right, but it's a kind of a way that would also be kind of wonderful if we actually got bombs right away. There we go, Sci-Fi actually taking out that Floating Isaac head. Short fuse, I'm gonna use with the resist and the full card. It's pretty ideal if we want to go into the curse room, possibly. I believe how I actually got to avoid that. Yeah, avoid that. Super secret room is going to be in the next room, by the way. I was hoping that these bombs could actually have some sort of payout as well, and they're gonna keep spawning the waves here, and of course there's gonna be nothing. So here we get the Gurglings, and thankfully it's not Gurgling champions, so that's pretty nice about that. Ideally speaking, we don't want the Gurglings to trap us, sort of. So we kind of gotta stay on the edges here. And sort of away from their little pathing there. That's how they work, is you kind of continuously fire upon them. And they'll kind of, you know, squirm around just a tad bit as soon as you actually fire upon them. Get another range upgrade and shot speed, and also a black heart as well. Get our devil deal here, and we're gonna get Incubus. Incubus is really nice here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. It's gonna be really nice familiar that we're gonna have upon us. And it's pretty good to see that we're not really that bad in terms of health right now. Okay, so there's a couple of things here that ideally I would not want to do. But we're going to go in the curse room and be able to maybe dispense maybe 1 heart. See what we get there. You know, possibly we can. Oh, we could have gotten an entrance in there. Do the troll bombs. Go ahead and use our full card. We'll be able to see if maybe we can get into the boss trap room, maybe. And it is open, so we're at 1 full heart. Wooden spoon, yeah, we're gonna need that. And we get Dingle here. That's kind of not ideal who I want to see, but we have Sci-Fi, so it's not too bad entirely. Sci-Fi is gonna be able to cancel out the corn husks. It's gonna be tossed to us, and Dangle is gonna be one of those that actually does spawning the ads, but as well as having 2 dashes, a normal Dingle would dash about 3 times. Red Dingle would dash 4 times, but this one dashes only 2. And is very faster, essentially. Yeah, Ragman. So thankfully this is not a champion... Yeah, there you go, Sci-Fly. Thankfully this is not a champion... champion boss trap room. I was gonna say boss rush, but it's not a... We're not in boss rush here. There you go, look at that Sci-Fly. Look at that, we actually got more bombs to actually compensate for us to get the Tinder Rocks here. So that's actually pretty nice. I'm gonna go for the Tinted Rocks though.
Oh, you thought you would have leave the floor without having to bomb me over, huh? Why would you do such a thing?
Well, Tim, we just need some soul hearts. Well, Tim, we just need some soul hearts. There's one. So we get Small Rock. Small Rock is not too ideal in most cases, but in this case, for right now, we do have a bunch of movement speed that we can honestly spare. Being at the 3.5, oh, sorry, 1.35 is actually not too bad. Entirely of what we had so far, and being able to get the tier effects, not tier effects, but like more so of the DPS and our damage to compensate for that as well, is actually not too bad. And already looking ahead at like about 15 minutes, we get Curse of the Exile, surprisingly. It's not too great. Oh my, okay. Lust, you need to actually chill the hell out. I don't know what that was. That was actually not great. Yeah, I don't know why. We got a library here. It would be ideal to maybe get something that can regenerate us, and yeah, Satanic Bible is actually pretty good. We got a soul heart from Crystal Ball. Now I'm not gonna leave Crystal Ball just for a Satanic Bible, even though Satanic Bible at this case in point of survivability is great and all, but Crystal Ball giving us the mapping effect, knowing where we gotta go, is pretty nice. Something I would like more than just being able to kind of just guess in that sense. Even though, yeah, we're gonna get more HP and all that, but Crystal Ball can actually pay us out with that too. And if we end up getting something like Card Battery, it's gonna be twice the payout. So if we end up getting that, it's gonna give us either a tarot card and a soul heart, or a soul heart and a rune, or it can give us either or that can actually we get your soul here. I'll definitely take that just for the double deal that's gonna come up, or the future double deal I should say. Let's go ahead and pop that there. And here we got a soul heart from, see, look at that. If we had gotten Card Battery, maybe it would have actually proc twice and be able to give us more soul hearts, or maybe one or the other. Let's go ahead and see what's going to be in our room. It's going to be Leo. Okay, Stompy. Not too ideal with wanting to have that, unless if I want to save some bombs to be able to know that there is crawl space. And remember, we got Dogtooth. And man, we keep getting keys. I think we're gonna eventually go in here and do the mob trap room here. And we get a free key. Okay. Kinda not ideal. Being able to get pickups like this. But as long as we get some charges here, it's essentially pretty nice. Be able to know now if we're gonna get one or the other for a soul heart, or a rune, or a tarot card. Get the extra bomb for the payout, and yeah, look at that, soul heart. Yeah, see? I'm gonna pick up the Satanic Bible later, though, just so that way, we'd actually be able to get that up and running. And when I mean later, I mean, like, after the boss fight. I would normally want to do that, I normally would want to do that when I actually... Ooh, you okay, good? When I actually beat the boss. And I see too many people just making the mistake on actually using it right away. Which is not great, and not ideally what you want to do either. I'm not going to use the bomb to get into the item room, since obviously we already got keys to dispense here. Okay, that's not what we want to do here. That is absolutely unacceptable damage. Bursting sack. It's going to be contributing towards Spider Baby. And look at that. There's our last Beelzebub transformation. I'm going to definitely get that. So that way we'll be able to transform into Beelzebub. Be able to pick this up. Thank you, Crystal Ball. Thank you very much. Get our tarot card here. We get the full card. Full charge. Thank you, Crystal Ball again. Look at that, dude. Like, we were on the fence of actually wanting to see if we could have went with oh yeah, there's Curse of the XL. If we were gonna go with Satanic Bible or not. So with the Beelzebub transformation, it's gonna grant us flight. And also have the flies and all sorts be friendly towards us. So that is very nice. Ooh. I'm gonna pick that up and see what we get here. Two of Hearts. Something that's definitely a tarot card. I see a room like this with Sci-Fi is definitely where it shines here. You know, unless we're too close to the turrets here. And then we just somehow, like, you know, get damaged. But that's not gonna happen. So here, Dogtooth is actually going off. So it could be in one of the possible spots, obviously speaking. Where it could be, though, is actually in 4 spots that it can be in. And we get 3 chances here. So it could either be here, it could either be up here, or it could either be here. I kind of want to say that the map's pointing down, so let's check that one out. And it's not. It'll probably be right here, since it's close to the boss area. And yeah, we got a Temperance Machine in the beggar. Look at that, we're getting in the beggar. Which, fun fact, also, we are able to bomb the beggar, and we're gonna get a much chance of a Devil Deal to actually be greater. And look at that at almost 42. Or, sorry, almost at 43. I'm gonna get Stain here. Stain of my existence, this boss is, am I right, guys? The Sci-Fi is gonna really do tremendous amount of work here against these tiers. As if I can actually fire against them. But we need DPS now, though. We kind of need that DPS to come online pretty soon enough, and the Red Heart container is not going to be the answer game. Oh, I wanted to turn on my fan, but my brother actually turned off my fan for some reason. Ideally with Bumbo, you want him to actually charge at you, rather than just having to swipe away. That way you'd be able to get staggered. be able to apply the damage through him being dazed. There you go. Just like that. And we get another HP upgrade with shot speed. That's just great. Just entirely great. So since we didn't actually go into the devil room, we can actually get a chance to actually maybe force one via the curse room. If you didn't know actually how it happens, curse rooms can spawn red chests. And if you know this by now, a red chest would actually be able to teleport us into whatever chance that we have with whoever. So it could actually teleport us, in this case, into the devil room. If we had an angel deal chance, it would teleport us into the angel room. Unless we somehow forcefully revert the chances of us getting from a devil deal to an actual angel deal. Is that red chest that I was talking about? And we get a guppy. Or, sorry, Guppy's Eye. Not actual guppy, but we get a Guppy's Eye. It's going to be able to reveal... the, anything that is, worth seeing. So to say, in like the chests here, you see like the Pooters actually being friendly towards us, since we are Beelzebub. Most of the annoying enemies, like the flies and the spiders now, are actually very... Why'd I do that? Are actually very friendly. Very friendly here. Mainly because for the flies, it's because of the Beelzebub, and the spiders as well, because of the bursting sack that we actually picked up for this floor. So spiders no longer, and it's not all spiders mainly, it's just mainly like the smaller version ones that you see in there that we were in the curse room with. Just being able to kind of we'll keep that for now, because we do want to play the temperance machine. See if maybe, just maybe, we get a payout. Here's actually on right now. Oh, I kind of forgot that it actually did that. So we have a couple more taps here. One full set of hearts that we have in our disposal already, as it is. Look at that, we got a nickel there. This is more so just for the future cases of us. Oh, are we okay, game? Okay, what is going on here? That's weird. My controller just kind of... It kind of just turned off for a moment and then actually came back online. I don't know why. And now the game's stuttering. Are we okay, game? I mean, I know I can't be sometimes, and just, you know, doing my thing and just, you know, crying about it at some point and whatever, whatnot. But are we good here? Game just kind of like it just kind of went upon itself to turn itself off, but just be malfunctioning at the same time to actually delay some inputs. So I don't know what that was. I really don't know what that was. I mean, since we have enough money now, so I'll just might as well play the beggar here. It could pay us out with something in mind. Get more bombs, so that's actually pretty good. I'm gonna pay us out with the key as well. There's one heart, so we're gonna be able to get a free tap here. Ending up being 3, and actually being able to give us more of a chance to actually play the temperance machine and blood bag. I was actually gonna play that first. Actually, no, I'm wrong. What the heck? What am I thinking? Get more bombs here. And more bomb here. Listen, Judgment Beggar. I was gonna say, yeah, it's been quite a bit that you've actually giving us something here. And look at that, we could actually spawn another beggar. Get demon judgment here. It's relatively interesting. Is that as a temperance machine again? Maybe we gotta bomb that up. I'm gonna luck penny from that. Ooh. All the orbitals are gonna revolve around us. It's actually really nice. More so for Incubus. But your soul is actually much more better. Being able to use the double deal chance. Full health? Retrovision. Okay. Well, we do have a heart in the actual boss room as well. We could bomb into the mines entrance. See if maybe there's some fires that'll drop hearts. Possibly. Let's get a Tinted Rock in here.
That's right, it's me again. Remember what happened to the first floor? And you son of a bitch.
Gotta be careful to not enter in the mines. But Tim being able to give us a soul heart, so that's really nice of him. It's real nice. See if maybe the demon beggar will actually give us a payout. And synth oil, yep. That's what I'm talking about. More damage and more range. We've been getting range upgrades, but also being able to get an interesting amount of items here as well. And yeah, that's basically it with this floor. I'm gonna keep the crystal ball, leave jar of flies, and also Satanic Bible. And I kind of forgot what... Oh, it was Stompy. So yeah, we're gonna leave that behind as well. So for it being the Curse of the XL floor, we're able to advance straight up into the depths. And being able to skip the fourth floor, basically, and getting straight up into the fifth. Which, it's not really ideal, in a sense, especially when it's in the more so middle of the run. You see the Pooter actually being able to help us out here. And Guppy's Eye doing its thing to reveal the chests. I'm gonna get one more charge for the crystal ball here. I gotta avoid those fat Isaac leapers, like these guys. That was sort of a leap of the century there, if you ask me. If I got caught in that. But yeah, just gotta be quicker than that, I guess. Also, Sci-Fi just being able to help us out as well. Just basically A1 defense. And we get a black rune here. Converts all pedestals into random stat ups. Okay. So I was playing this one run, and I don't know if this was I don't know if this was in the video that I did last time, but I was actually able to use a black rune. And I think I started with Echo Chamber, but it kind of just didn't actually gave me the stats for some reason. And I used the same rune to being able to actually get some stats. I was like, I don't want this item actually. But then when I did that, it somehow just didn't want to... It gave me the stats, but as I exited the room, it just... I don't know. It just actually disappeared. And I don't know why that is as well. I'm gonna go into... It's actually really smart to actually go into the mini boss here. We're gonna get Envy. The reason for being is because we're... If you look at our item charge right now for the active item, Crystal Ball, we need only one more. And if you kind of know the game already too well as to how you get the charges, it is dependent on the rooms that you actually clear. If you clear a small room like this, it's gonna give you only 1 charge. But if you clear the double room that's below us, basically, maybe get a troll bomb. It's gonna give us 2 charges. So we will be able to show an example right now. So right now, we're at an empty amount of charges here. And pretty soon, whenever we finish this this room, gotta be careful with the dark bonies to not actually caught us out. If you actually get to actually get them, they do blow up, so we gotta keep our distance a little bit. And yeah, these floating knights, that's an actual Isaac Knight. That's funny. Yeah, these guys are not great at all to kind of deal with. But since we have flight, it's kind of not our deal. But you can see there on the top left there, we actually got the 2 charges that we got from this room, basically. Ooh, friend finder. Friend fighter basically just spawns mobs for us. And we actually got a good mob. So that's pretty good. So they're basically friendly for us. And we basically don't want to like want to ruin this one, even though it sort of doesn't really matter. But yeah, go into our store really quick, and ooh, we're gonna get options here. It's entirely wonderful for the boss floors that we're gonna get future. A little baggy, not really ideal. I mean, maybe if we had something like a... Ooh, they just got. If we ended up getting like a... What's it called? A good PhD, then we could have had the possibility of us actually getting a little baggy. Being able to carry 2. But most of the time, we want to actually get tarot cards than actual pills. Even though in this standpoint, if we do have like good PhD or bad PhD, even you can make an argument of, no, we're not gonna have that. Then it would be pretty much good to maybe get 2 pills and have all the tarot cards turn into pills. But you know, majority of those times you're not gonna really have good PhD or bad PhD in that matter, and then just actually being able to kind of, you know, carry 2 pills that we don't really have any kind of suffice for, and being able to leave out the tarot card chance. So we get a 100% double deal, and there's Tim.
That's right, there's me. And look at that, Finny, you're actually full health. There's no way that I'll be able to actually be able to know what the heck we gotta go.
I mean, you're kind of right. You're kind of right on that. You're kind of right on that there, little Timothy. Kind of right on that. And look at that, the bonflies are actually being able to go ahead and turn friendly for us. Alright, so we got the secret room already, but I'm gonna want to see where the super secret room is, and it's not gonna be in here. I'm not fairly sure if it actually went off when we were near the boss area. Although it could be in the big room again, which is really weird of the game for it to do that. Let's go in here and we get the pack. Hey, more tears up. And damage up as well. Much needed tears up. So that's entirely actually really great. Love that. Love to see that. We might hold on to this black rune if we want to get some stats here, which is basically ideal. Go ahead and pop the Wheel of Fortune. Might as well. Oh, we do get a fortune telling machine, and yeah, it is in here. There is 6 possibilities it could be. So Actually, no. Scratch that. 5. Well, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, there's 4 chances. I originally said 6 because this side would normally be, be walkable. But since we have flight, we can fly over the gaps. But majority of the entrances is not going to be with the gaps that we cannot basically make an entrance to. Judging to where, if I want to guess where this secret room is, maybe it's there. Not there. And being able to find this is actually pretty tricky. And having to use the camera to be able to find the entrance is not going to be there. Probably might be here. Actually, this. And bomb flies just actually took a toll for a turn. Met their doom. Anyway, we're not gonna pick that up. Yes. What's that, soul heart? And we're getting an orbital. Even though it's not entirely too bad, but I kind of really like for a Tears upgrade. Would be nice. Whoa. What the hell? War just kind of just doing this thing against the orange fires. Listen, I know we got the pack and everything, but we kind of need more than 3.4. And yeah, neither of these are entirely great. Although maybe we could want to see what's in our double deal. And we get the nail. It's going to be 2 of 1 for Leviathan. So maybe I ideally would pick that up. It's basically free double deal thanks to your soul. Which is kind of what I didn't want to see either. These are passive items, so I can use the black rune here. We got more tears and shot speed. Nice. I like seeing that. It's pretty good. I'm gonna play the fortune telling machine and see if we can maybe get a trinket. Some sort. And we get another crystal ball. See what the other crystal ball gives us. This is a new crystal ball. Judgment, okay. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. Give me original crystal ball. Now, to my guess, I think we had 2 red heart containers. I'm gonna go ahead and tap the demon beggar there. We did have a womb, super secret room, so can go in there and pick up those red hearts. See if you're able to pay out with something here. Again, dear demon beggar. Normally it takes about like 8 taps to kind of see if they could pay out with something. 6 to 8 at most in terms of the item pedestals. Look at that, and razor blade. Active item that we don't really need at all. Oh, yeah. Hangman card is also useless since we have flight already. And yeah, that's about it for this floor. 40 minutes into this run, and yeah, you kind of know how it goes already. Goodness, it is hot in here. Oh, we had 3 red heart containers. Oh, that's actually interesting. We got Chubb in here. Yeah, Chubb, who's very lonely in the in this very corner of the floor here that basically leads to nowhere. We get a penny for it. Now this kind of room kind of tricks a lot of people into kind of pathing their way into where they shouldn't be. And that's the reason just for these gaps here. It's really terrible to actually deal with. I'm going to want to say that it's here, and it is there. Just kind of say that it actually leads into like an adjacent room. That's kind of why I knew. And this could lead to the right there, and it actually could. There was also a curse room, so we could have guessed to the left there. Also, it would have been nice if we didn't have flight to actually be able to get in there for free via the bombs. We got enough keys, so a Perthro rune, okay. So Perthro rune and soul hearts. Boss trap room below us, and we get more soul hearts. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and teleport out. That way, I guess we don't really have to waste our soul heart. What would be ideal is actually seeing a sacrifice room, since we kind of have a good amount of soul hearts that we can actually just go ahead and play the sac room shuffle. And we'll be able to see if we can actually... Ooh, look at planetarium too. What the hell? We got a planetarium in here. We're gonna find out to see if there's a sac room this floor. And wildcard. We don't have a curse room or sac room. Sorry. See what we get here. We get Terra. Terra is absolutely amazing. It's going to be able to not only give us damage up by 1. It's also going to destroy these rocks, just as you can see there. Wildcard's also going to be able to... Look at that. We're just actually being able to burst down the, the fires. The flames pretty well. This also works with doors as well that we can actually just get into. Or get through, basically. As you can see there. So if we didn't want to be in this room, we could just go and skedaddle on through. We got Libra. It kind of evens out a little bit of our stats, basically. And any sort of pedestal that we get that gives us a stat up is going to be given across all the boards of our stats, basically. And in any sort of case, anything that would actually give us like a whole bunch of like one category is actually a really good stat up. So to say, like, some items can give us 2.5 range, which I've actually evenly spreads out pretty well to our stats. We'd get more tiers. We lose out on damage a little bit. Actually, we have a bunch of range, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up. And we lose out on a little bit of damage, but also gain a lot of more tiers, so that's actually pretty nice to have. And of course, these, of course, we got those kind of rocks that just, you know, actually just really abysmal. Speaking of abysmal,
you killed me once again. There.
Ideally, you don't want to destroy these guys, these skulls, because a host will actually spawn. You keep her sack this late in the game, huh, game? Keep her sack. You are funny. You're a funny, game. Oh, yeah, actually, you're funny. Also, Diplopia, too, being there. We got the super secret room here, thanks to Dogtooth. Ooh, we got a Charge Beggar, too. If we end up actually bombing for the Charge Beggar, we'd actually get a greater chance of actually being able to get into the double room. I kind of want to bank on the chance of us actually getting not Black Bean, of course, but actually being able to get into the double room and actually deploying whatever's in there. Is this a teleport? No, this is not. So let's traverse back. Thank you, Tim. Traverse back. Get our full card. Yeah, you're actually like just terrible. That's what I'll say. So full card here. I'm gonna be able to see if we could actually get into the devil room. We already went into the curse room. So it's a 36% chance of us actually getting in there. Now, I'm not gonna leave behind Crystal Ball now. I'm not gonna leave behind the actually really good, very, very good active item that we got given to. So we're not gonna do that. The lovers, okay. I'll go ahead and face Mom here. And thankfully it's just actual Mom and not red Mom or blue Mom. Look at that damage. So no deal with the devil there. I mean, at best we diplopia both of these guys. I mean, that's something that I've never really do. But we're gonna go ahead and do that. And you see there, Libra actually doing its little effect there. Being able to spread out the stats there. And it spreads out pretty evenly too. In terms of like, we get an actual major upgrade for one of the stats. And like I said earlier. Oh, we got a Perthero. I kind of forgot about that. What was in there? What was in our store? Oh, our store was Crystal Ball. So we could get something better. I swear these. Not even gonna question that. But Perthero. And we'll go ahead and see that. And this game is funny sometimes. We're gonna use a wild card just because it actually copies what we did the last time in terms of any sort of pickup for a tarot card or a rune card. Sorry, a rune. Or our active item. So in this case, we activated a Perthero to get here. We're gonna convert her. Alrighty. Yeah. Okie dokes. So yeah, I think we're just done with this floor entirely. And I guess we'll pick up the black bean and just go ahead and fart whenever we're actually just gonna get the charge here. Whenever we get damaged, we can just go ahead and fart, I guess. And yeah, Lover's card, I guess. Maybe for a temperance machine, and let's go ahead and go on further. Alright. Thank you, Crystal Ball, for the soul hearts. Crystal Ball the GOAT. For real. Been the GOAT from the very beginning here. In terms of us being able to kind of... Thank you. This mob just died already. Like, holy moly. Being able to kind of already rely on not only pathway, but banking on the chance that we could get an also like a good payout for a soul heart. Actually pretty good. Actually pretty nice. Look at that, Terra just doing the works, the tremendous amount of works, kind of working alongside of Mercurius almost. This is our super secret room. And then I get him. I think they're not coming out thanks to the flies that I have here. There we go. Kind of took them a while. That's kind of my mistake there.
The lovers.
So whenever we're down to no red heart containers, we're actually going to be able to get both of the effects for the Polaroid and the negative. And the Polaroid being this little shield that we had just then. If we have no red heart containers. So basically it just has us continue to play this. And just like that, no more. Go ahead and face our boss. It's going to be Triachnid. Good DPS there. Being at 4.3. Actually, not the greatest that I've seen, but in terms of like Libra stats, in that sense, go ahead and get the movement speed up, but also grant more so of status across. And yeah, we're gonna get Leviathan. Also gonna see if we can get maybe Bloody Gust or something along those lines. Kind of wish that we didn't have to go over the spikes, that it was actually a Red Heart deal. Since I do want to go down to the... I do want to go down to the Polaroid Invincibility frame and all that. Actually, let's just go ahead and go on actual further. I was going to mention in the previous war that we could just clear out more rooms to get charges back. Key bagger in there. But we could just do that from right here and then see where we gotta go. And holy blast assists. Normally they kind of jump there, but surprisingly they didn't. Alright, we're going the right way. Nice. We get the Soul of Eden. Okay, that's interesting. Soul of Eden is basically going to work out as basically the D6 and also the D20. Maybe a sack room here finally. But I want to see what's in there. Do also want to clear out these rooms as well. I mean, maybe, just maybe, if ooh, okay. Mini Mush is interesting. We're gonna get that. See what we get. We get good amount of damage. And a good amount of tears rate as well, so that's entirely wonderful to see. And Libra just being able to absolutely pay itself off. Absolutely amazing there. Being able to apply the DPS and also applying much of the damage as well. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Super secret room is above us. Not that room, but this room. And we get nothing but a bunch of pills. Okay. Want to be able to see if we can get some room clears in. We possibly could actually start off the next floor with being able to get our charges. We're getting stats there by getting Bloody Gust active. Bloody Gust, if you didn't know what that one does, whenever we get hurt at any time, it's going to give us tears up and actually movement speed as well. So that way we'd be able to fire much more and move a lot more as well. But thanks to Libra, what we have right now currently, it's able to spread the stats evenly. Let's go ahead and face against Mom's Heart, or It Lives. Actually, first time I actually dodged that eye laser. Look at that damage. I know majority of you might have seen greater amount of damage there. And really, it kind of doesn't matter where we go, but... Do we want to face against Stanley, or do we want to face against Isaac? Face against Stanley, actually. And Lamb. In a sense, it's kind of not really normal that I have the... oh, we got a Sun card. I'll go ahead and do this. She did some damage I keep forgetting that these... I kind of keep forgetting that these guys are friendly for me. Or, not friendly for me, but friendly towards me. Got an empty room here. Secret room is here. We'll be able to cut through just one room. And ideally I do want to clear out these rooms, just so that way we could head into the next floor with a charged up crystal ball. There we go. So yeah, we're bound to be hitting this room entirely. Let's go ahead and face against Stanley. We'll be able to time this perfectly. And there you go. It's kind of how you do it with the Fallens. Having actual trouble, then bombs are very much versatile and very useful against them. Stanley with a very weird dash. I've never seen that before. Go with the goat hoofs. That bombfly actually almost getting us. And that hoof being able to do its thing. So, yeah. We are in the dark room and we able to see all of this. We get Abyss, Sacrificial Altar, Duality, Contract from below here. I want to guess that maybe we want to use a Soul of Eden. But what it could do, it could re-roll into any other item that could be in any other pool. So it's not going to be a devil item that we're going to get, essentially. So let's go ahead and see what we get here. And, yeah. Jupiter. This actually gives us, I mean, this is... yeah. 1 HP upgrade. And then we get one more. Actually, it'll be able to try to compensate with the movement speed here. Where is this at? There it is. Jupiter kind of works as a sort of a slow movement kind of ordeal. I don't know how we didn't get hit there. We actually, oh no, yeah, we gotta clear these rooms. I kind of forgot. These last floors, we gotta do that. But thankfully, this is regular Monstro and not red Monstros. Otherwise, that'd be chaos all on its own. Although maybe we could burst them down. Sorry, I'm not speaking as well. Being able to burst them down as much. Thank you very much. Crystal ball. Get the adversary. Mainly want to be up close to them, mainly because of the brimstone. Because if you're playing from afar and actually facing against adversary as your normal boss, it's a likely chance that you'll get actually hit by his brimstone. But if you're that close up to him and you kind of know the timing well, you kind of be able to duck under and or over. Oh, hey, monsters again. You'd be able to kind of duck either or, go either way, and be able to avoid his brimstone there. Entirely speaking. It's pretty interesting that we got rid of the tears. I don't know how that even happened, but yeah, that just I don't even know what to tell you. I literally don't even know what the heck. Get a justice card. And yeah, let's just go ahead and face against Lamb. Good old Lambskis. And giving us the fart damage that we're able to have apply to Lamb. It's also a very much neat, full kind of thing. It'd actually be pretty nice if we had piercing shots. You know, actual Scythe be doing its work. I was gonna say, how are we not how are we not damaging him? But yeah, that's gonna be it for this run. Pretty good run overall. Having to be able to kind of compensate for more so of the stats was definitely worth noting as well. We were kind of okay before Libra, but the effects of Libra, what it does, can be very effective if you actually end up getting for your future runs. Being able to have more so of one thing that you have, and you want to kind of even out the playing field a bit in terms of your stats, and actually being able to, you know, actually have a balance to your more so of like your stats. And that's kind of what Libra does already as it is. You pick up any item that gives you a stat up, and it just distributes evenly into what goes to where in terms of like your movement speed, your tear rate, your damage, your range, your shot speed, and I think it's just those. It's not luck as well. So yeah, all in all though, it was a pretty much of a good run, even with or without Libra. It was a good run overall. But nonetheless, if you guys enjoyed, thank you so much for listening or watching as well. If you enjoyed this, be sure to maybe leave a like or subscribe. And yeah, without further ado, see you guys, or yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. And again, thank you so much for doing what you were doing, watching or listening, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care and stay hydrated as well. Peace out, y'all. Bye bye now.